Welcome to Let's Talk Networking. I'm Terry Lee Harrison, and I am passionate about helping business owners, entrepreneurs, and consultants be able to network in the most dynamic, lucrative way. I am on day 10 of 90-ish, going live consistently every day over the summer here of 2021, and things are going smashingly. Not panicked yet. I'm just kidding. Have you ever committed to a goal and you're just doing your thing? I just want to thank you all, any of you who are here for the journey. Today we're going to be, we are starting to wind down our series over the next few days of the networking reality check. And today what we're going to ask ourselves is, on a scale of 1 to 10, ask yourself, am I a huge giver helping other networkers in any way I can? Am I a huge giver, helping other networkers in any way I can? Have you ever been networking with people and you just felt by the way they showed up and how they gave or didn't give, you just felt like they were all about themselves and they weren't really about everybody else, right? Having that giving attitude is so important. It is famous throughout networking here in the world. BNI has that saying, givers gain. And I just believe that giving is the way to go. Give first when you meet someone. Don't hesitate. Throw something out there to help them, right? And so I am here to just remind you today that networking is serious business. I just got off a mastermind call today where we were chatting about our whys and going back to our whys and why they're so important. And I would just ask you, keep in mind when you go to your next big networking event, keep in mind, hey, this whole screen full of people on the Zoom or these people in the room with you, they all have the why. It's not just your why. It's everyone's why. And I would invite you all, no matter how much of a giver you've been, to ask yourself, how could I dig deeper here? Could I give more? Could I give this one more look to see if there's another introduction I could make for that person? Because I'm willing to bet, myself included, that we could all, no matter how much of a giver we are, we could all dig deeper to say, is there anybody else I could introduce them to? Is there anything else I could do for them or with them? So I'm going to lob something out to you today and just ask you, I think it's natural as human beings when you get into a situation in networking to be kind of asking yourself, how could I benefit from this? Or is there anything for me that can come from this relationship? Does that ever happen to you? And I think it's natural, we're investing our time in this person, but I want to, while we know that's natural, at the same time, even when at first it seems like there may be nothing that can possibly come from this, what I want to encourage you to do is always be saying, how can I give anyway? What could I give for this person anyway? And I want to go back to our topic of power partners. Now, if it's true that we are spending 80% plus of our time with our power partners, then guess what, guys? Guess what? There should be some synergy there. You shouldn't have to be saying, oh, I'm not going to get anything out of this. There should be the opportunity to help each other in a big way. So stick with your power partners. I think you'll be feeling some of that, I'm not going to get anything out of this, a lot less. So ask yourself, how can I give to this person today? So as they're talking, and if they don't answer these questions for you, ask them. Oh, they're going to love you for this, right? But just be who can I introduce them to that would be meaningful for them? Is there a connection, an organization that would be valuable for them? Is there a resource that they need? Sometimes people will say that they're looking for a certain program, and do I have a connection on that for them, right? And just ask them what they need. And then if they are not giving you information, be specific, ask them, could you specifically tell me who's your favorite client that you work with, right? Get the information from them and keep notes. You never know. I promise you, sometimes it's the things that come up. It might not come up today, but all of a sudden you're going to meet somebody all of a sudden you're going to meet somebody, and then later in the week, that month, something comes up and you're like, oh yeah, I have something for them, right? So be as specific as you can. And when knowing that in this conversation, so if the conversation is not that a lot can come from it in this moment, I want to invite you to be, the people might not be ready now to do anything with you, and that is fine. So is there a way that you can stay in the conversation with them? So sometimes we have free Facebook groups. You can invite them. Would you like to stay in my group and with these other networkers? That would be mine in the meantime, right? May I invite you in there? Or inviting people to get on your list for upcoming events. So in the future, if they were interested, right? So find a way to stay in the conversation. So the crux of today is just really examining in the networking reality check, how has your giving been? And if you're an extreme giver, some people are, you're not like extreme home makeover edition, right? If you're an extreme giver, it might even be, how could I dial that in a little bit? You know, could I be more specific? Am I just giving all this stuff? And could I be more intentional with my giving, right? But no matter what type of giver you are, asking yourself, could I give more? That's the question of the day. So tomorrow, we are having a special guest at Let's Talk Networking. Blair Kaplan-Venables will be with me, and we will be talking about the latest in social media and how that can help you with your networking. Does that sound good? I know, I'm excited to have her. I'm excited to have her here. So let's take a look. If you are along in this journey and would like to talk any aspects of networking with me, if your networking is not working, if you just have a question, you can always book a time to chat at bookterrylee.com. If you'd be interested in working together to level up and create a steady stream of referrals, you can find out more information about how to work with me at terryleeharrison.com. And if you are interested in visiting my global online referral community, it's Team Referral Network Virtual Chapters. Would love to invite you to, as my guest, to one of our upcoming meetings. You can go to vteamnetwork.com to check out our latest schedule, or message me. I'd be happy to invite you to a specific meeting that worked well for your time zone. So everyone, it's been a delight to be with you on day 10. And I wish you just an incredible day ahead, an incredible evening. Our closing quote for this series is, when you have figured out what you want to ask for, do it with certainty, boldness, and confidence. Have a great day.